And today, again, we can think of as a commencement, if of a different order, considering that you've now become the guy who gives out the degrees and who welcomes their recipients. Today, we are gathered instead to welcome and celebrate the commencement of your leadership, already well established in this great university. It is an occasion that holds meaning for the larger academic world as well. For each of its institutions, well-being is critical to the flourishing of all. Michigan and Chicago have long shared a special relationship. As an undergraduate center, you were probably aware that this connection was once fiercely competitive, driven by intercollegiate sport. The annual football game between the two rivals was regarded as the national championship. You might have bought, when you were an undergraduate, you might even have worn a t-shirt that lists the many triumphant years in which Chicago, yes, Chicago, dominated the Big Ten. You may not, however, have been told the outcome of the last game played between the two key teams. So I will, somewhat reluctantly, share it with you. The scoreboard read, Michigan 85, Chicago 0. And 2 months later, Chicago announced it was leaving Big Time athletics. And at the time, the president there remarked that if he had not acted, the Humane Society would have had to be called in to bring a merciful end to what had become an obvious mismatch. I know, Santa, that yours is a kind heart and that you will always refrain from mentioning that score in the cafes of Ann Arbor. And in return, we will not go on proclaiming Chicago's vanished glories on the streets of Hyde Park. Each of our institutions has chosen the path in sports best fitted to its own circumstances and its own history. And that is as it should be, as today we walk together in peaceful solidarity. For when it comes to what matters most, the central mission of our universities, we're the closest of partners,